Today we're talking MusicHead University lingo. Come on, music heads, gather around. Class is in session. Turn me up. So, I want to thank you for joining me here on MusicHead University. I, of course, am your set man, Louie T. Thank you for joining me on the program today. And I speak English, okay? So let's just get one thing squared away. I speak perfectly good English. And for the most part, nothing's going to go over your head on this channel. You'll understand everything that I'm saying or messages that I'm trying to convey. However, there are some times when I do get in my pocket, all right, and I start using abbreviations for things, and I just want you guys to be clear as to what I am referring to. Now, normally, I'll try to go out of my way to explain to you what it is, but sometimes when I'm in my bag, I'm not going to stop to explain it to you. So that's what this video is for. So let's go to the Learning Center and let's discuss MusicHead University lingo. All right. So the first one is, so I just want you to understand, this one, I'm probably not going to say this very often. If I say it all the way out, it means I really, really mean it. So this first one is gasoline match flames. Okay, so, you know, everybody likes to say, oh man, that's fire, right? And that's cool. Fire is cool. I mean, not when it's destructive, but fire is cool. When something's hot, it's fire. That's dope, right? But this is next level. There's levels to this. And when you set an accelerant on something, when you pour gasoline on something, and then you take a match and you throw it down, you get intense flames. That's different than just fire. If you hear me say GMF, that's gasoline match flames. That's how hot this project or this song or whatever I'm referring to in the moment is. If I say it all the way out, if I say gasoline match flames, then I'm serious about what I'm talking about. Generally, I'm just going to say GMF. This next one is an award that I like to give out to the best of the best singers. Not everybody gets a "you better sing." Okay, because this, oh girl, you go girl, you go ahead and sing that. Boy, you better sing. No, you better sing. When you put that A in that sing, instead of sing, it's sang. You better sing. That's that again, different levels to this. When the hair on your arm or your neck or your back stands up when you hear that voice, that's a "you better sing." All right. So you'll hear me say YBS award winner or 7-time YBS award winner. That's what I'm talking about. You better sing. You better stop playing and sing that song. Now, this next one, it's self-explanatory, but I'll get into it because, again, as I just mentioned, there's levels to this. This next one is called a cookout card. So what that means effectively is we all know about cookouts. All right, we're getting close to the summertime now. It's getting warm outside. Cookouts are about to start. But everybody's not invited to the cookout. All right. And in this particular case, I'm talking about the black cookout. So if you're not black, you don't automatically get an invitation. You got to have access. And not every artist is allowed to go to every cookout. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's levels to this. So, for instance, Justin Timberlake, he's cool, right? He has some brother tendencies, right? He can sing. He can move. We like Justin Timberlake. But is he invited to every single cookout? Those cards on the other side, bronze, meaning you have limited access to the cookout. You can come to some, but you're probably not getting into most, right? Silver cookout card. That means roughly half of black cookouts across the nation, you're allowed to attend. which means you're pretty cool, you know? Gold cookout card means, hey, you down for the cause, man. You're for the culture. We really, really respect your work. And 3/4 of the black cookouts across the nation, you're allowed to come in and congregate, get you a plate, man, chop it up. If you have a black cookout card, that goes anywhere. Don't leave home without it, because you can get into any black function with a black cookout card, okay? That means you're the highest of the high. We see you as one of us, all right? We have adopted you, essentially, into the culture. That's a rare occurrence, by the way. We don't give those out very often, okay? Musical ghosts. That's an MG. So you hear me say MG, I'm talking about a musical ghost. It sounds exactly as it is, okay? Self-explanatory. It's an artist that's essentially a one-hit wonder, but they're more than that, because one-hit wonders don't necessarily captivate you in the way that a musical ghost does. Because a one-hit wonder like Skee-Lo, for instance, had one hit, you know, wish I was a little bit taller, I wish I was a baller. That's cool, but you don't feel that in your soul. You just like, damn, Skee-Lo had a hit, right? Sir Mix-a-Lot, one-hit wonder, right? One song, Baby Got Back, you know, doesn't hit you, you know, in your heart. It doesn't pull at your heartstrings. When you hear that song or you hear about that artist, it doesn't make you lament that there wasn't more to that story. Musical ghosts, they captivate you. They suck you in. They inject your veins with their music, and then they leave you wanting more. So usually with a musical ghost, you get a full-length album out of a musical ghost, and then they vanish, and you don't hear from them again. For whatever reason, problems with the industry, and we'll go through those things on this channel as we get deeper and deeper into some of these stories and some of the music. We'll get into the music industry because it's not a nice place to be, especially back in the day. But we'll get into those things. But musical ghosts, you'll hear me say MG, that's what I'm referring to. And then clouds is the final term that you'll hear on this channel quite often. It's essentially music that gets me high, but I'll take it a step further, okay? When I hear music that just has my heads up in the sky, clouds, you see the reference. It's music that speaks to me in a way that I don't even listen to the music, right? Like, I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. It's music that I often put on when I'm working and I need background noise, but I love it so much that in my subconscious, I'm listening, but I'm not consciously. You know how sometimes this was a common occurrence back in the day. I don't know if kids do this anymore, but you know, back in the day when you really loved a song, you recorded it, right, on a tape, and you would play it back over and over again so you could learn the words. You consciously decided, I want to learn the words to this song. When I refer to clouds, when I refer to a song or an album as a cloud, I'm referring to music that I can put on and not actually consciously learn the words, but by it playing so often, I learn the words subconsciously. And now all of a sudden I know the words to the song and I haven't even really listened to it for word content. It's that powerful. I zone out when I listen to this type of music. I'm in space somewhere. I actually have a playlist, and you guys will be introduced to this at some point. It's called Mellow Space Clouds. And that's the kind of music that I'm referring to when you hear clouds. That playlist is full of music that I'm not listening to it to necessarily know the words. I'm listening to it because it just takes me to a different place. And I still end up learning the words anyway. You'll hear that quite often on this program as well. So that's the lingo, all right? Again, I speak perfectly good English. You won't have to worry about me talking in a way that you won't understand. But there are times, as I mentioned earlier, where I do get in my pocket. And if I do, you may hear a term or two, and I just want you to be clear as to what I am referring to. So anyway, that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on MusicHead University. I thank you guys for joining me. Remember, class is always in session. You guys, have a good one. Take care.